Well, good morning. It is Monday, the 4th of May, and it is Nick Kimmons here from Ashford Vineyard with your daily check-in. Hope you've had a great weekend and are starting this week full of hope. Now, this week feels like it could be a significant one as we have heard from the government that Boris is going to start laying out plans of how we are going to move out of this first phase of lockdown. I'm sure, like me, you have loads of questions about what that actually means, whether we're going to start to see big changes or whether they're just going to be little and slow changes as we move forward. I know as I've spent time in phase one, it has certainly caused me to change the way I approach life. And I wonder for you whether there are some lessons you're taking out of this phase that you would want to continue into phase two, whatever that looks like. Maybe for you, you've learned to slow down a little bit. Maybe you have learned to be more present with your family. Maybe you have learned that your job and your work didn't define you and there are also other things in life that are really important. Maybe you've started to connect with God again or for the first time or in a new way during this first phase of lockdown. Well, I would encourage you that rather than thinking of all the things you want to do in phase two that you may not have been allowed to do in phase one, the question I would ask is, who do you want to be becoming? Who is it that you're becoming as we move into this next phase? And focus your attention on that. In the book of Romans in the Bible, which is a letter written to the church in Rome, this is God speaking, and he says this: I'll call nobodies and make them somebodies. I will call the unloved and make them beloved. So I would encourage you, you may feel like you are insignificant in your little bubble of life, but God calls you a somebody and he has got wonderful things for you to become in this next season.